Right then, people. So today on the markets, I didn't have the best of days. I'm down a total of $1,300 that occurred from taking two losses in a row. Today's price action was pretty meaty. I mean, in some ways, I could have avoided the losses that I took, but at the same time, I was pretty confident in my analysis and my perception of where the market was heading to. But anyway, in this video, I'm just going to be breaking down how I am down $468 on three separate accounts and what it's like to just get the trend wrong on the day. So here we are, man. I mean, you can see that executions wise, it wasn't the best of days for me. It was not the best of days for me. We entered a nice little short here. We did not move our stop loss to break even after this internal low was swept because I wanted to avoid every single chance of getting stop rated and then price continued to the downside. Now, am I happy with the decision that I made? 100%. I mean, do I care about taking a loss in the markets? No, I don't, because I understand that a loss is okay. Losing is part of a winning system. Like, as long as I had conviction in the trade that I took and I did the majority of stuff right within my grasp, then I should be happy. And I am happy because I did exactly that. I didn't take any contracts off early due to a dollar amount on the screen. I trusted my intuition. It didn't pay off, but at the same time, I'm placing myself in a position where next time I get put in a position like this, I have more of an advantage on my hands. So trade number two comes along, as you can see, literally stopped out straight away. The amount of low resistance liquidity here is pretty substantial, but at the same time, it was clearly evidential now that my trend was just wrong for the day. So anyway, without further ado, let's just get straight into how I analyze the markets to take these positions and why today didn't work. And at the same time, obviously I can't tell you the exact reason why today didn't work because I can only give my opinion. But regardless, if you know me, I've said it multiple times, I love shorting the market. Now, is that a downside to me? Yes. Is it good to get comfortable and confident taking both positions on the markets, whether it be buys and sells? Yes. But today, price still stuck out to me that it was bearish. So on the higher time frames, you already know that we're in a bearish trend. I mean, do I need to show you what I've shown you for the last 10 videos in a row? No, I don't. We've had a weekly change in state delivery somewhere over here. We're delivering to the downside. We're not breaking above highs. But yesterday, a monthly S&T got put in with previous month's low. Now, my draws on liquidity for the past, I don't know, like 4 weeks have been these two lows because we're in a downtrend on the high time frames. We're in a downtrend on the low time frames. We haven't filled the market maker sell model, so we still are due to go down. So having these confident draws on liquidity on the table being previous month's low and November's low, price on ES ended up sweeping out previous month's low yesterday. Now, upon today, before market opened, we'd already inversed 2 4-hour value gaps, and we'd also broken structure to the upside on the 4-hour timeframes. Now, is this great conviction to buy the market? 100%. We have got not one previous day high above, but we have got 2 previous day highs above, which is still great conviction if you want to buy the market. Clearly, I got the trend wrong today. Am I annoyed about it? Not really, because I still did the majority of shit that I could. So, looking at the markets from a bullish perspective, we've inversed 2 bearish value gaps. We have closed above the 4-hour change state delivery. We have been bullish the whole day. We have not tried to create any lower lows throughout the whole day. It is a great sign to be bullish and buy the market. Now, internally, were there any S&Ts holding price to go to the upside that far? No, there weren't. There wasn't an S&T with this low, this low, this low, that low, nothing. No S&Ts were on the table other than previous month's low. Now, if I were to buy the market, I would naturally need to see some kind of internal S&T, and also that backs my bearish bias. because we've got no reason to push price to the upside because we haven't manipulated enough internally. But I mean, anyway, forgetting about all of that crap, what are my draws on liquidity for today? We have already got previous month's low and November low resting. We have obviously got previous day low resting down here. We have also got London low, this 4-hour for value gap that was yet to be formed before 9:30 open, and a bunch of low resistance liquidity inside it, obviously. So marking out my conviction on the chart looked like this. We can see this 15-minute change in state delivery from Monday that delivered price to the downside. I marked this out on the table because obviously we're in a very high premium of the range, so we're at a very prominent area for price to reject lower, if anything. So marking out this 15-minute change in state delivery, what do we want to see if we want to see lower pricing, higher pricing? What do we need to see to short the market? Manipulation. What does price do as soon as 9:30 opens? Price runs to the upside, sweeping this high. Does that mean anything? No, it does not. Price then proceeds to run higher, sweeping out this internal high to the upside. Cool. What's my entry criteria? Confident draws on liquidity, change in state delivery, SMT, internal manipulation. At this point in time, price had manipulated to the upside internally. Manipulation is a tick. We've got our confident draws on liquidity being this imbalance, the 4-hour imbalance and London low. Tick on confident draw on liquidity. After we had a strong displacement to the downside, we broke the 1-minute change in state delivery. There's our change in state delivery. Tick. Finally, we need our SMT, and we did actually put in one here, I'm pretty sure. But there is an SMT somewhere on this chart, I think. So yeah, that was it. So that's my entry criteria. I want to see price deliver towards a confident draw on liquidity after manipulating internally, putting in an SMT and breaking structure to the downside or confirming the change in state delivery. So entry number one was great. I mean, I entered before this change in state delivery because we'd already shown great displacement to the downside. And yeah, I was targeting London low with one contract to take off at the 4-hour for value gap. So after I entered at this point, price continued to the downside. It swept out this low, obviously creating no SMTs to the downside, as I said. And yeah, I didn't want to get stopped out, so I did not move my stop loss to break even at all. I did not move it down to this low, or this high. Sorry. I did not move it to that high, or that high, because I just didn't want to get stopped out. And is that a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing, because realistically, I'm not scared of anything. I'm trusting my intuition. I'm trusting my conviction. I'm trusting the reason why I entered in the first place. So after I got stopped out on this trade, I ended up recalibrating and thinking about what on earth went wrong in that trade. And it was purely just, maybe I was too early. Maybe I didn't close the position early enough. I mean, I couldn't have done anything better. Like literally, I couldn't have done anything better. So I come back to the 15-minute time frame. I then see we've actually got the real 15-minute change in state delivery above this internal high that we put in earlier. So the reason why I entered the first trade was great conviction, but this seemed like it was even better conviction. At this point, we had already manipulated to the upside many times. As you can see, we manipulated once, twice, 3 times, and now 4 times, and now 5 times. We have swept this significant high. We have put in an internal SMT. We have taken 10 a.m. candles high, and now we've got 10 a.m. candles low resting below. So me being me, I'm going to inline my internal draws on liquidity with my external draws on liquidity. What are we going to do? We're going to mark out the 10 a.m. low because it is a great draw on liquidity. it has also not got a wick, meaning price is probably going to be drawn towards it. So, having already got our 4-hour fair value gap resting below, Asia low resting below, opening gap range resting below, internal low resistance liquidity resting below, we've got the majority of reason to enter the market. We have retraced to a key level. We've rejected it lower. We've made a stop run. We have created an S&T. Now, I entered before this candle inverse this 1 minute fair value gap because I just understood we've got so much strong displacement in the market. We have no reason to push back to this high. So cool. I'm probably going to take off one contract at this internal low, and then I'm going to take another one off at this 4-hour fair value gap low. And as you can see, I'm going to trust my intuition. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm not going to be scared. I'm going to be confident with my stuff, and I'm going to keep my stop loss where it is. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. It is what it is. And that's exactly how it went for me today. That is exactly how it went for me today. I'm down $468. I risked $300 on the first trade. I risked $160 on the second trade. My risk management is incredible. I mean, I'm not even glazing myself. That is great risk management. I didn't get greedy. I didn't want more than I needed. I only needed my piece of the pie, and maybe I could have done something different today, but I'm not going to think about that because in my eyes, and probably in everyone else who's watching this, well, no, only in my eyes, I did everything possibly right that I could have. So if price ends up reversing here, then I don't actually give a flying fuck because my accounts are locked up. I've done what I need to do in the markets. I have entered my trades. I've taken my losses and I'm going to hold them on the chin. I'm not going to FOMO into a trade. I'm not going to de-link these accounts from my leader so that I can trade them. I'm not going to do any of that bullshit, bro. I've been through the trials and tribulations. I understand what's on the table, and I am not ready to blow these accounts for zero reason. So it hasn't been the best of days for me on the markets. Hopefully it was for you. If it was, drop a comment down below of how it went for you. And here we are. I mean, thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And I will see you tomorrow.